Hey guys! For today's lesson we are going to be working in chapter 12 and we will be working on lesson 7. And today's lesson we're going to combine two different units of measure. So we're going to look at metric units of mass, which in the United States would be weight, of mass and liquid volume. Okay, so I'm going to start with mass for today. So like we were mentioning the other day, when you're working in the metric system, you're using the same system each time, but the letters are going to change. So we've got kilogram for mass. So mass is done in grams. Okay, so we've got kilogram, hectogram, decagram, and then your base unit of gram. Okay, then we've got decigram, centigram, and milligram. Okay, so notice the first letters of each of these have not changed from the last lesson we did, but what did change was that second letter, and that second letter is what determines what unit of measurement you're working with. So the other day we were working with length, which you use meters, but today we're going to start with mass, or weight in the United States, and for that we use grams, so we put a lowercase g. Okay, now the system for this is exactly the same as the other day, so every time I make a little jump, it's a difference of how much again? I hope you said 10, because it's a difference of 10. If I make a medium-sized jump, if I skip over a unit, that's a difference of 100. And today, the only focus you're going to have is looking at the big leap. So if I go from kilograms to grams, and that we said was a change of 1,000. So for mass, there is only one fact I need you to know for this chapter, because we are not using hectogram, we are not using decagram, and we are not using any of these smaller units of measure either. We are only using kilogram and gram. So the unit of measure I need you to know for mass, I need you to know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. That's it. That's all I need you to know for mass. Now I will switch gears and I will show you what you need to know for liquid volume. And for liquid volume, the unit that we use for that would be liters, and we do it with a capital L. Okay, so liters. And I'll show you why in a second. So again, remember, if I map this out, we've got kiloliters, we've got hectoliters, we've got decaliters, and then liter, which is our base unit. We've got deciliter, we've got centiliter, and we've got milliliter. Okay? For this unit of measurement, first of all, we use a capital L because if I used a lowercase l, in the world of math, that lowercase l also looks like the number 1. So to keep anyone from getting confused, anytime you use that letter, we're going to use a capital L, okay? So similar to grams, we are not going to, well, it'll be similar but slightly different. We are not going to use kiloliters. We are not going to use hectoliters. We're not going to use decaliters. And below, we're not using deciliters or centiliters. So we are going to look at liters to milliliters, and that's it. So what do you think the change would be going from liters to milliliters? We've got 1, 2, 3 little jumps we're making as one big leap. So to change from one to the other, we're going to change by 1,000, okay? And we'll be multiplying, same as up here, okay? But this, we're going from the big kilogram to gram, and down here we're going from liters down to those tiny milliliters, okay? So for your lesson practice today, working on your conversions, let's say we've got 8 kilograms, and I want to know how many grams that is. Well, based on my conversion, 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So I'll write my basic fact underneath, my basic unit of measure. And 1 times 8 is 8. Do the same thing over here. 1,000 times 8, 8,000 grams. As simple as that. Oh, I forgot to write in our fact that we need to memorize for this. So for liters, I need you guys to memorize. So I'll put liquid volume. I need you to know that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. Okay, so that's the fact. That's the basic unit of measure that you guys need to memorize. So there's one conversion that we've done. Let's do a liters conversion. So let's say we've got 7 liters, and I want to change that into milliliters. Okay, well, my fact shows 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. And again, I look to see how it changes. 1 times 7 equals 7. Same thing on the other side. 1,000 times 7 would be 7,000. So I know that 7 liters is equal to 7,000 milliliters. And that's your conversion for today, you guys. You've got one major conversion you're focusing on for mass, and one major conversion you're focusing on for liquid volume. Okay? When you are looking at comparing, so remember you use greater than, less than, or equal to for your comparisons. If I'm comparing 2 kilograms, and I want to make that comparison to 900 grams, that process is the same that we've been working with. I'm going to take that larger unit, which in this case, grams, kilograms is larger. So I'm going to take that larger unit of 2 kilograms, and I'm going to convert it to grams, just so I can be sure which one is larger. And I can't make an accurate comparison if I'm looking at 2 different units of measure. So that's really why I want to change those kilograms into grams. I know that 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. And remember, you can find that information up here. And so 1 times 2 is 2. Same thing on this side. 1,000 times 2 would be 2,000. So I'm looking at 2,000 grams over here compared to 900 grams over here. And I now can accurately say that it is greater than. Okay, one more practice. What if I've got 2 liters, and I'm going to compare that to 2,000 milliliters, okay? Milliliter, liter. Well, liter is larger, so I'm going to take my 2 liters, and I'm going to change that to milliliters. And based on my fact, I know that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. 1 times 2 is 2. 1,000 times 2 is 2,000. So I'm looking at 2,000 milliliters compared to 2,000 milliliters. And now I can say they are equal to each other. Okay, so those are your problems, the types of problems that you're going to work on for today. If you have any questions about today's lesson, please be sure to email your teacher for some extra support. Have a good day.